Yes. First of all, again, welcome to the stream, or welcome to the video. Who knows what the hell you clicked on to get to me? Uh, who knows what the hell type of videos you have in your history? I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, how did you reach me? But anyway, what type of streamers do you watch? Huh? Why are you at I don't know 10 p.m. in the night looking for just chatting streamers? Just asking, I'm just asking. I'm just asking a question. You don't need to answer to me, but hey, you know what? It will be fun to know what the hell you were looking for, or what you were browsing, or what your watch history looks like. Just in case. Anyway, yes. Enough. Because also I believe that you clicked on the wrong stream, by the way. Let it be known that I understand that you're here by mistake. Anyway, no, I'm kidding. Welcome everybody who comes to find this stream or this video. I don't know. I guess let me start by saying that the title of the stream is I ain't happy, I'm just glad, which is like, I believe that that's a quote from Gorillaz. Um, but also like it's how I feel, kinda, because I'm not been feeling very well today, and I was like, you know what, let me go ahead and do a just chatting slash connecting session, but to remind people that I'm human, but also like to remind people that it's okay to be human. Um, I don't want it to be like every time that I feel bad, I go ahead and do just chatting, because if that's the case, then all of the sessions are just gonna be kind of sappy. But I guess, like, sometimes it gets to you when things don't go your way. A lot of the times things don't go my way. So there you go. No, I'm just, I guess sometimes you get yourself bummed out over things that shouldn't really matter. But then and it's kind of weird, because when things don't really matter or shouldn't matter to you, um, you realize it and you're like, you know what, I'm not gonna let it get to me. But then it gets to you anyway, because you happen to, have feelings and be vulnerable, like every other human being um feels, right? And then you're like, man, this is so fucking stupid. Like, it's so dumb that you're like, why am I feeling bad, right? Or why am I nervous, or why am I this and that? Like, so I guess that, that type of video, or that type of feeling kind of gets to you, and you kind of want to like have more control over how you feel, right? Which is very, once again, something that is quite human to feel. But sometimes you don't get that luxury, because you happen to let yourself go by your emotions, right? So sometimes I don't even want to talk about what's bumming me out. Because if I say it, I'm gonna realize that's stupid. So that's why I'm like, I'm gonna leave it as ambiguous as possible. Simply because I feel like that what I just said is something that people can relate to. Like, I feel like many people can be like, hey, you know what? I felt weird or upset about this thing that I know shouldn't matter, and I know it doesn't matter, and I know, like, is it gonna matter in like 5 years or something like that? No. So then I shouldn't be upset over it. But it got to me anyway. So it's like, if people ask you like, are you upset, are you sad, or blah blah blah, you're like, yeah, but like, I don't want to talk about it, because I feel like you're gonna mock me a little bit. But also, like, because I feel like it doesn't even deserve the conversation, right? And it's funny, because I have a Discord server, right? And I'm not trying to plug it in. I'm just saying, like, I have it, and I have like a channel that no one uses or has used as of yet, that is called the venting channel. And I think that, I was about to use it, and then I realized, like, wait a minute, what the fuck am I typing? And I think that it serves its purpose, right? Kinda, when you think about it. Because you're like, this person, I went ahead and bent it, right? Then I realized what I was typing, and I didn't send it. Or rather, I sent it, but I deleted it almost immediately, because I was like, hey, you know what? Yeah, this shouldn't matter as much as I think it should matter. So let me just let it go. And at the end of the day, it's just like, once again, there are many, many more important things in life than little things that can affect you or upset you. And, you just have to let it go and be mature about it. And if somebody upsets you, then you have the right to be like, hey, you know what? I kind of just don't want to vibe with you anymore. I want to leave. I want to unfollow. Even if that applies to me, right? Like if somebody was watching this or has been watching me for a long time and was like, hey, you know what? Actually, I don't want to like I don't want to watch you anymore because I feel like you bummed me out. Which, it's a fair thing, right? Or you said something that bothered me, or blah blah blah. First of all, like talk about it with me. That would be fantastic. But if you feel like I don't add any value to your life, then close the video. Feel free. And subscribe. Feel free. Or unfollow. Feel free, right? Like, I don't want to be a burden to anybody. I don't want anybody to feel like committed to you have to watch me in every single minute because, right? No, like it has to happen naturally and flow, right? Um, so I was applying this same principle myself. Like, hey, you know what? I actually don't want to vibe with this person anymore, or this group of people anymore, or this game anymore. So I'm gonna just leave. And thank you for the experience. I appreciate it, but I don't feel the need to be back, and I feel like that's cool, right? Like having like making that decision is cool, and it applies to anybody, and it's just not a matter of virtual reality, right? Or virtual friends or something like that. Like I've done this with friends, um, in real life, right? Like you don't add anything to my life. You kind of bum me out every time that you're around me, and you disrespect my feelings and you disrespect me. It's not a matter of you're sad all the time, so I don't want to hang out with you. It's a matter of you don't ever take my advices. You never ask me how I'm doing. You don't really care for how I'm doing. You don't really care for me. You kind of just want to take things and energy away from me and take them for yourself. Therefore, like bye bye. That's what I'm talking about, right? Don't be an asshole and leave your friend when there are troubles, right? Like don't do that. That's not my advice. No, but it's the same thing with family, for example. I truly believe that family, it cannot be chosen, but you can 100% be like, hey, you know what? I don't like. I'm a grown man or I'm a grown woman. Um, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Like, yeah, you're my auntie, or you're my cousin, or you're my brother, but bye bye, right? Like, because enough is enough, and that is valuable, and that is sincere, and that is enough. Like, for real, I truly do mean it. So, yeah, sometimes it's a matter of being brave and doing that and sticking to your values rather than, you know, rolling around with the punches or feel like you got mistreated or feel like what happened wasn't a good thing and you're like, hey, you know what, but actually I must stay here, right? Like don't have some self-respect and understand that sometimes people have to grow apart in order to grow, and that's all right. um Again, very deep talk, by the way. I apologize. One day we'll have a funny just chatting session, right? Like one day the chat box that I have right here will also be filled with messages, I hope. That'll make me laugh, and I'll make you guys laugh, hopefully. But as of now, that's the reality, and that's okay, right? Like I'm not begging for anybody to come by if they're not gonna like me or they're not gonna vibe with my conversation as well, or the topics that I choose or whatever, right? And I don't want to deal with people who I don't vibe with because then what the hell do I do, right? Okay, so I've been talking for quite a long time now that I realize it. I'm gonna go ahead and mute my microphone for a second to listen to myself, in order to monitor my audio and make sure that you're not hearing static, right? Like that's very important. So let me just give me a second, okay? I beg of you. All right, I think I'm okay. I feel like that's okay. I mean, like, one of the things that has me stressed out is the fact that this microphone right here, the Scarlett microphone that comes with the Scarlett Focusrite audio interface, um, sucks. Is what I can tell you, right? It's just like a really awful microphone that picks up everything. Maybe it's good for that. Maybe it's good for picking up like, but it doesn't just pick me up or doesn't just pick up the room, but it picks up like almost like legit my neighbors and then also my other neighbors and my dogs and the backyard and then the front yard and everything, right? So it's insane, and having to monitor that and make sure that it sounds nicely, it's difficult. But then again, it's not just a matter of that. It's a matter of having everything set up, and then suddenly you hear static because the cable that came with the microphone just is stupid and busted. And you're like, and you know what? I would have been better with a USB microphone rather than this shit. So I need to change microphone. But yeah, like yeah, that sucks, and I hate to be constantly wary of that, like because I cannot monitor myself because it's within the, the sound has, if I monitor myself, it's gonna come through here, and if I do that, then the desktop audio is gonna be fucked up. So yeah, and also I usually don't like monitoring my own voice, because if I do that, I happen to be self-conscious and I don't feel comfortable, and then I end up not streaming properly, I guess. Um, or like filming myself, and then I just feel so awkward. Listening to your voice is really fucked up. You don't realize what you're doing every time you speak until you kind of realize it. Like imagine if you're having like a really important conversation. Perhaps you're even talking to in an interview, or an oral test, or it could be something as simple as, you know what, I went ahead and talked to the girl or the boy I like or whoever I like, right? To my crush. Yeah. And you suddenly realize, hey, you know what? This is my voice. What the fuck do you do then? Like you're like, oh shit, this is how I sound, and this is how the other person is listening to me. And unless you're really, really confident in how you sound, you'd be like, oh fuck, right? Like, oh shit. And then, like, multiply that anxiety that you might feel right there and then with the fact that a lot of people, strangers, could be watching you. And I legit don't know who is watching me ever, because I don't have the viewer count on. So I'm like, right now, I could have 10,000 viewers and I wouldn't know. They're super quiet and I just wouldn't know, right? So that's super scary, because it's like, oh fuck. Okay, so somebody new could be watching me right now, and they could be like, brother, this guy stinks, right? Like send him out of the platform, dude. And I'm like, oh no. Like, and that, and somebody that, whoever it might be, it could be one person, it could be two persons, whatever amount. They could be like, you know what, I don't vibe with this guy's voice, or I don't vibe with this and that, and I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't know how they feel. And then if you don't like yourself, then it becomes a bit of an issue, right? A bit, at least. But yeah, it can truly be scary, right? To have that sort of thought, like suddenly, oh, you know what? This is how I hear myself, and that means that this is how everybody else hears me. So you're like, oh fuck, I don't ever want to do this again. So this is why I don't like monitoring my audio live, and also because, again, the situation with the headphones. So I need to find. I'm thinking of getting a Elgato Wave, but it's super expensive. I just don't know what to do with that. But it will make me feel like so much better to know that I have like a proper streamer microphone that can actually help me out with what I want to do, and it has like the cool little software that it brings. Like, that's gonna be cool to have. Um, but yeah, I've been thinking about that a lot. Yeah, again. um I don't know what else will I tell you. Um, I mean, work is fine. My dogs are still healthy. I guess I'm yet to do a reveal on stream of them. Probably at least just one. That likes to be picked up. The other one doesn't like it. I don't want to be bitten. Uh, um, what else? You have to respect animals. I don't know what I will do. I've said this multiple times, but I don't know what I would do if a dog attacked me, right? Like if it bit me. I'll be like, oh fuck, right? Like I don't wanna do harm to it, so I'm just gonna let it happen. I don't know. I legit I don't know what I would do to defend myself. I'm just not used to that first of all situation, but also like the idea of let me hurt my dogs, right? So not my dogs, but other dogs, right? Or any dog or any animal. So I don't know what I would do. So then, like, when my dog tells me clearly, like, hey, you know what, I don't want to be picked up, as he has told me multiple times, um, I'm like, you know what, buddy, I respect that. Like, it's all good, right? We'll keep you on the ground. Maybe you don't like heights. Maybe you just don't feel safe, and it's okay, right? Like, not every dog has to be picked up, and not every dog has to be treated the same, in my opinion. Um, but yeah, the one that does like to be picked up, I should review it soon on stream. Um, but yes, what else? Um, I'm very nah. I was gonna say that but I feel like this is relatable, but also like I don't want people to feel pity for me. But I'm very scared for my credit card status when it arrives on the 18th of this month. But at the same time, I'll be fine. I'm sure. I'm just like I don't want it to be too high, but it'll probably happen because a lot of the expenses for the new computer are gonna come through in this one. Um, so yeah, that's gonna suck, but I feel like I'm gonna be fine. Once again, like please don't think that this is pity. I thought about it and then I realized like, oh shit, I don't want to say it. Like I'm aware, right? Like I'm aware that it can be taken like, oh, look at me, poor thing. No, 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 I'll be fine, 100%. But you like as a person with anxiety, like seeing an email from your bank or a call from your bank is like, oh fuck, and you start thinking about all the different things that could have gone wrong. Because that's how my brain freaking decides to work, right? So it's like, oh shit, I probably got scammed, right? Or or something got stolen from me and I didn't notice, or whatever, right? Like it's scary, right? It's crazy, but it'll be fine. Believe me, it's just anxiety speaking. It's not even like me thinking like I'm not gonna make it, right? Like, I'll be fine. I'll be alright. But I guess everybody can relate to that. If you receive bills, you receive your credit card status or so on. You always can get a little bit nervous to see it. Or am I the only one? I don't know if I'm weird on this. I don't know, dude. Perhaps I am weird in that. I don't know. I wouldn't know. I feel like it's something that everybody goes through, but maybe I need to get myself in order, right? And get things right in order to like, I don't know why you focus. Stop focusing, camera. Um, in order to not be nervous when it arrives. But yeah, that all I had also that in my mind, but it's fine. Again, I'll be perfectly fine. Believe me. Um, I'll have vacation soon, but I will not be traveling. I feel like I am very weird about this. I love traveling, but I love doing it by myself, and I love doing it on the off season. So I will be taking vacations to stay at home and recharge batteries rather than probably stream also. But like, if not, for a long period of time, at least I will be streaming in my normal schedule. But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. I'll be recharging batteries at home because I decided not to travel on December, November because that is just like a really bad idea. Everything is filled up. All the prices are going up. So I prefer to wait until February or March because that is a fantastic, fantastic season to just go and find the hotels at its cheapest and cool people who don't travel in huge families also and it can be nice. I apologize for the dog who's barking. I believe that that's mine. I believe that that's Facundo. I don't know if it's picking it up or not. The mic doesn't seem to be picking it up, but I don't know if you're catching it. But if you are catching it, I apologize. But yeah, I've been thinking about that, and I cannot wait to get vacations and finally rest for just a tiny bit. Okay, give me a second. my monitor and audio phase. Through my cell phone, by the way. Um, I think that you were not catching it. I think that you only heard like a bark or something like that, but I'm not sure. Either way, I'm sorry. Things that you cannot control from time to time. Once again, you pick up everything, so good job. But also, like, please stop. Just focus on me, dude. Um, what else was I gonna say? Yeah, I had a couple of extra things in my mind, but once again, like when I realized what I was gonna do, and I realized, when I was typing and so on, I was like, you know what, it's not worth it to put so much thought into something. Let me just relax, breathe, make some conversation, chat, rant for a while, let it be myself, unwind, eat, um, drink a little water, make sure that I'm feeling better for real, and then stream again, and I'll be alright, right? So I just wanted to say that, that we talked about the idea of, especially, yeah, we talked about the idea of like something bothering you, even though it's small. Now imagine when something kind of gets out of your control, like you cannot do anything about it. That freaking sucks, right? So that's my situation from time to time. We talk about the mic. Talk about my dogs. We talked about a lot of stuff for sure. But I think I'll end it right now. It's fun to do just chatting. I just once again one of the things that I would love to have from time to time will be like chatters filled up. But it's whatever. It also feels nice to just relax, have a moment to just speak, not play too much, not do too much, just concentrate on what you're saying, what you're doing, how you're feeling. And once again, I am a huge fan of mental health checkups. You can, if you happen to be catching this live, you can go there and um, you can find the Discord server and use the venting channel. And if you happen to be catching this on YouTube, first of all, once again, what the hell were you watching to reach me? But also, um, yes, you'll find the Discord on the description, I'm sure, and you can join. And please let me know how you're feeling, if you're feeling down and if you're feeling happy. Venting doesn't mean just, oh, I'm so stressed out and I'm so upset. It can also mean like, hey, you know what? I want to share something really cool that happened to me. Share that, share that shit with me. I want to know, like whatever happened, let me know, and I'll be here for you. But yes, that'll be the end. That'll be the end of this one. I'll be right back. But oh, also, again, this is a video, and you happen to find it. Thank you for watching. I never do this. This is why I'm so awkward about it. But subscribe if you can, if you enjoyed this somehow, some way. Why were you watching this? Um, Check out the other videos. I'm sure that you might find something even more interesting than this. It'll be easy. And yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. I appreciate it tons. I'll see you on the next one, whatever it may be. But thank you. Okay, now, yeah, again, I'm awful at outros. I never produce content for YouTube only. I always produce content for Twitch. And then I'm like, I'm gonna upload it to YouTube. And I don't need to worry about that type of shit. But yes, do subscribe and do all those pretty things that other content creators tell you to do, but on my channel and on me, and I'll appreciate it tons. But yes, all right, enough. Stop the recording before I end up going off way more, please.